Well, Chicago might still be in the running to buy back its lucrative parking meters. A top ally of Mayor Johnson has a new proposal that he thinks could turn into a deal. NBC5's Paris Schutz is here to explain. Paris?
Yeah, Mary and Alex, how much do you think it's going to cost Chicago to buy back those parking meters? Well, 28th Ward Alderman Jason Ervin tabs it at $2.5 billion. He says he's going to introduce a plan to City Council tomorrow that he hopes will solve two problems. One, getting those parking meters back, and the city's booming pension crisis.
In 2008, a pliant city council went along with then-Mayor Richard M. Daley's now roundly criticized deal to sell off the parking meters for $1.15 billion. A 2025 city audit found they had already generated twice that in return. Now, the council's budget committee chairman, Jason Ervin, wants the city to purchase them back at a price tag of $2.5 billion. With all the revenue going to stabilize the city's beleaguered pension funds.
My position is that Chicago pension funds and Chicago residents should benefit from that. We've been fleeced on this deal long enough, and it's time for us to take control back of our meters and the concession it brings.
Ervin's proposal would rely on tax increment financing to pay the upfront costs, but acknowledges state lawmakers would have to modify Illinois law to allow it. But Ervin says the meters would prove to be a lucrative asset for the pensions, estimating major returns over the next 50 years.
So my understanding is that there's another $20 to $30 billion of revenue that's going to come off of this contract. And again, sending that money around the world makes no sense at all.
Not all investors are quite as bullish, however. A 2018 audit from Fitch warns about the, quote, uncertainty surrounding long-term parking demand given expected introduction of autonomous vehicles during the remaining concession term. Civic Federation President Joe Ferguson says the parking meters might prove to have more risk than potential upside and warns that a buyback deal might be as bad as the sale.
This is basically a sell low, buy high situation that the market really is good at evaluating, and we missed the call one way. We don't want to miss the call the other way.
Ervin's proposal comes as City Hall has delayed a deal between the current owner, Morgan Stanley, and a buyer, Stone Peak. Mayor Johnson says he is open to hearing Ervin's proposal.
Chairman Ervin and his colleagues, I believe, will have to think creatively to ensure that whatever we do, that there's a public benefit and public use for all of our assets.
So sell it for $1.15 billion, buy it back for $2.5 billion. Doesn't sound like a standard business deal right there. And remember, Stone Peak has a say here. They say the city cannot legally block their parking meter deal, and they're threatening legal action. Alders have put off a vote numerous times, though, expressing concern that Stone Peak is affiliated with a company that has contracts with ICE. So that debate is ongoing. Ervin is set to introduce his proposal at tomorrow's City Council meeting. Alex?
See what his colleagues think about it tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Paris. Appreciate it.